Some people don't believe cult torture survivors, but if we want to make change, if we want cult survivors to get safer sooner, then we need more people to hear us, to believe us. But cult intentionally does so many things to try and make sure that cult survivors are not believed and are not heard. One thing are the elaborate abuse scenarios that they do, where they dress up as aliens or Elvis or Disney characters or some popular movie franchise for the essay, for the repeated rape and torture, so that when the child or teen or adult starts to remember and talk about it, everybody thinks they just made that up. They have a great imagination. There's also all the mind control messages paired with torture that keep survivors from remembering or talking, or that it takes a long time to do that, including the threats to kill us while having murdered other people. So we are afraid for our lives. And often it is our family members who are our cult abusers, along with extended family and friends of the family, etc. So we didn't have any safety. But cult also deliberately uses things like Satanic Panic, that phrase, to discredit survivors. They try and bring it up in conversation. They try and put it out there, out in the world, so that people will think that it's like a conspiracy theory. And then even reasonable, maybe even aware of some trauma, people will start using Satanic Panic, and they do. I've seen it happen because they don't want to seem like they believe in conspiracy theories, or they don't want to seem like they are, I don't like this word, crazy. But cult uses it to discredit us because they don't want anyone to stop them. They don't want anyone to stop the cult torture, the mind control, the repeated rape and trafficking, the murder. It would take so much organized effort to be able to stop them in the first place, and people actually believing us and hearing us. And it is hard when there is so much set up in our society against that. There's also just the way our society is, where so often people do not want to believe and actually victim blame survivors of rape, survivors of domestic violence, survivors of child sexual abuse. They don't even want to believe. And our legal system is set up for perpetrators, not survivors. So like so much doesn't get out there. But then take it further and it's like cult torture. People are like so strong in their denial. They don't want to believe. They want to have a happy fantasy of the world and not believe that like it can be happening not only in their own country, but maybe even their own city or their neighborhood. It's hard for people to believe it, but think of how much harder it is to live it, to survive it, and to have all the effects of torture and trauma. It's so hard. When people believe us and they hear us with compassion and empathy, it helps make healing change. And when more and more people do that, I think it can make even more change, that maybe survivors will be able to get out sooner and get safer sooner. That's what I hope for anyway.